Well, that's what he has to do, is play on the interior. Time to time, he tends to float. He's not a great jump shooter. Teams sag off of him as George can't get that three to go. He's got to be
average about 5 assists per game, but he's around 8 assists per game this year, 6th in the league.
Well, that's a Spurs type of offense where it's not really dominated as Randall gets the short jumper to go. Monte Ellis missed the time. I think a full complement of this Indiana team, and being the number 4 seed in the East is something that they could possibly come up with.
Thaddeus Young to the basket, no. Young, a new addition. He was in Brooklyn the last couple of years. You got Al Jefferson coming off the bench now as well, as Mozgov shows his offense right now. Wow, 3 turnovers and 3 baskets. Here's Young with the pull-up. Mozgov bats it out. Mozgov with the deep catch, and his second basket. Lakers by 3. Is it over again?
Now, I like him. He's got great basketball knowledge. He's a good low post player. He can go right hand, left hand. He's got good hands. He can catch lobs. He runs the floor pretty well. Him and Embiid on a team together, it'd be quite the show.
Nice drive by Teague, and there's by 2 midway through the first quarter. Ingram drives, gets it rejected by Young as Ingram hits the deck hard. Luke Walton screaming for a foul. Mozgov is shaken up. Teague left open, knocks down the 3.
How about Teague? 48% from behind the arc the last 8 games. He's a guy shooting 32%
to win the game and win the title in 86. Bill is driving Luke and another of Bill's sons to the game, and they get stuck in traffic. So Bill gets out of the car. Here's a steal by Clarkson.
I believe it. And where was the car when he came back? Do we know that story?
I think the car actually made it to the arena. Somebody got in the car and drove it to the arena.
Another Laker turnover.
Miles to the rim. No. Boy, the Pacers.
The break. I mean, they're killing themselves on ease as soon as he feels a little more comfortable as he has in the last 8-10 games.
Well, Luke Walton was telling us before the game, he really works at it. Goes late to shoot. You know, sometimes Luke will go and shoot with the players. I mean, when really it was his coming out party. He had a terrific game against the Warriors and wasn't playing a ton of minutes prior to that.
Right. Years old.
Was a McDonald's All-American 2 years ago, Big 12 Freshman of the Year last year, or 2 years ago, Texas rather, 3 years ago, McDonald's All-American.
Which you'll see a lot. Did it in high school. Very comfortable with that.
Mozgov out to Ingram. They find Clarkson now, and that 3 was blocked by George.
Oh, what a great contest by Paul George.
An elite defender, always has been, as Turner scores and a foul. 3-point chance for Miles Turner.
That's a play right there because of the new rules. Mozgov gives up an and one opportunity because he would absolutely be able to take him out and put him on his back, but that's going to be a flagrant foul. You see that? I mean, this is back in the day. There's no question. Miles Turner is on his back.
Yes.
And he has a potential to be hurt. But Mozgov came over. He had to.
Teague quickly into the front court. Nobody picks him up. Gets right to the rim. Jefferson, and that's on the way down. Goaltending.
How about Jefferson?
18.
Wearing the #1 bench in the league. The Lakers just under 50 points a night from the bench.
Yeah, the Lakers in half of their games, their starters have been outscored by their bench. Randall again. Games under 500. How about Brooklyn putting up 143 on the Pelicans tonight?
Unbelievable.
The Lakers come in. Brooklyn the only team with more losses than the Lakers is Clarkson. In games, they're 4.5. Loss column, they're 7 back of Denver. But Dallas, Minnesota, they're 4 back.
Still alive.
Loss column. Yeah. 2 teams, everybody counted out. Mozgov turns it over.
Just
another foul on Randall.
You know, it's an unselfish play, but Mozgov's right under the rim. You got to take that shot.
And the Lakers are over the limit, coming up on 2 points, but he had 6 assists in the first half. His assists have gone way up in the last few weeks. Thaddeus Young drives, and it's been a struggle for Young in the ballgame.
In the league. Did you know who any of those other guys are?
Oh, wow. Wow, George blocked by Mozgov. Hits it the second time. Well, I know Giannis Antetokounmpo is another.
Well, usually his teammates get back in time to stop the easy 2.
Lakers by 2. T tried to lob it, broken up by Mozgov. Lakers with numbers again. Randall back to Swaggy P. Too strong. Rebound, though, by Mozgov. Ingram will try a three and get it. Ingram's third three of the night. His 12th season, 29 years old. Missed the free throw. He's an 89% shooter. We saw Aaron Brooks, who's an 88% shooter, miss three in the first half.
And those are the only three that Indy had missed at that point.
George almost got the steal. Shot clock at 6. Here's Tarek Black on Seraphin, and a three-point opportunity for Tarek.
Your hand was wet. That's why it was a three-air ball. I love it.
You speak from experience?
No, yeah, maybe so.
Do you give Cleveland right now the edge, having beaten them last year, and then obviously they won the first meeting, got smoked on Monday? Mozgov.
He's going 2 for 23.
Doubtful.
That simplifies it, doesn't it? I mean, I'm not putting it on Harrison Barnes by any stretch. He was terrific for him.
Young hits a three.
I had to soften him up.
Here's Mozgov. Ooh. Missed the dunk. He's missed a couple dunks.
Turner did not give up on the play. Let's see if they could reestablish Al Jefferson, who was just torching the Lakers. Another.
Usually how they roll. Turner rolling to the bucket, but another Pacer turnover. That's 19.
I mean, we've seen 4, 5, 6 times Indiana interior passing. If you're that close to your teammate, you cannot do that in the paint. There's just too many hands, too many legs. It's too defensive rebound. That's just as good as a pass.
Well, the Pacers are 3 games above 500. They've had some nights like this against teams that are well under 500. They've lost to Brooklyn.